Hello, how are you? How are you guys doing? This is Miho from Canada. Okay, so I've been thinking about how you calm yourself down. Depends on the characters that you have. Some people are naturally really calm, right? And some people are very energized and passionate. And those are great characters, great characteristics. But when something happens, something bad or something undesirable happen, naturally feel the urge to just let it out or get angry or agitated and to feel anxieties and worry energies. So when that thing happens, your feelings are stirred, right? You're not in a good state. So this is how I calm myself down. I'm pretty much a calm, like very flat feeling person, but occasionally I do get irritated. A lot of the times I get like, oh my gosh, like why, right? So there's 3 points. 1, you put the distance from that event or the person. When you're in the vicinity, you tend to get into the heat of the conversation. You start talking extra things that it doesn't relate to that event. And when you think later, like, what were you discussing about? What were you arguing about? This little tiny thing is that triggered, but you carried over all the emotions from the past experience or things that might happen, and it just adds up and it make the thing really big, right? To make arguments out of it. And it becomes to the stage where who wins, right? And it gets really ugly. So I try to step back and embrace to see the whole picture. Put the distance. Almost like you stay away from that area to calm yourself down first. And the second, I cut the relation between, meaning that I separate that person and myself. And this is very tough when you do that between parents, kids, in general, as a family member, because your bond is so tight. Even though you're in loving relationship or bad relationship, you still have that bond really, really tight. So it doesn't matter where you are. In a physical distance, like away from different continent to continent, when you have this bond, you feel it no matter where you are on earth. It doesn't matter whether you're physically close in distance or totally far away, right? So when I feel these frustrations or anxieties because something happened or been told or something they did or said, it really affects you a lot because this bond, right? So I separate that person from me, and they have their own life, they have their own beliefs, and they need to go through whatever the life experience that they will, and you cannot really change that. So you have your own, and you have your own choice to experience the way you want to have your life. So use your judgment as to whether your expectations are on them to change something that you want them to be, or you, how do I say this? So if you put expectations on this person, you get really upset because your expectation is not met. And this person has its own life beliefs and feelings. So unless this person realizes what they want to change, you can't do it. As much as you want them to feel the same way that you do, but unless this person have that urge to change, they wouldn't. So to get into their feelings, it doesn't going to help you. So you separate yourself from that person, and you still have that bond. You don't need to cut that bond. It's so harsh to be, totally forget about this relationship, and it will hurt later too. So you have this bond, but you separate yourself from that person and just let them be. And if this person is being so badly affecting you, you put the distance, and maybe you visit less, you talk less, but you keep that relationship. Maybe you send a text, right? Instead of meeting often. So you just put the distance in between, kind of cool down, but you exist there. And you just live your life fully. And this person will feel how you're living your life, because that bond thing, right? So maybe this person will feel, oh my God, you're doing really well. They can't say it, but they feel. So no matter how they bang the door on you, but you're so calm, you're so leveled, you don't get agitated by responding to their whatever the behaviors are. So they feel like, oh, there's no response, there's no action. So they kind of calm down, because it's no fun if you don't get agitated. That's what they're looking for, the attentions, right? So I don't know if I explained it right. Maybe I need to recap this. So the idea is to just let them be, and you just live the best version of you, right? As much as you might get affected by that toxic world, but focus on yourself to be a best version of you. Yes. And lastly, you keep living your life happy. The outside, all those people, family, friends, work people, it's just another scenery. You focus on what you love to do, what you like to be, and you keep growing, you keep reorganizing, redoing, fine-tuning, try something new, challenge. So as a human being, going to grow, to grow yourself, that's really needed. That's how we came this far. Otherwise, we are still living in a little rocky area or a shelf outside. So we have the urge to grow, to know more, to do more, right? So just nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, and you just focus on what you love to do, what you love to be. So that helps you to calm down from whatever it's happening, right? So you just let them be, do not put a lot of expectations, because unless they will decide to change, you cannot. You have no power to affect them. Only thing is that they might see you living the life that they might love to have. So they might turn around and say, wow, you're doing really well. They might not want to admit it first, because they have so much grudges or angers and jealousy, right? So they need to come out of that, right? You could teach them to a certain point, but they need to get the grip by themselves. And by showing you how to live, by showing your life, right? Be happy, and you're growing, you're learning, you're challenging yourself. That energy might affect them. So that's the only thing you could expect of them, right? So don't dwell on it. Don't go there and give your peace of mind all the time, right? You can do that occasionally. I did it many times, and I get so upset and so uptight, and I get frustrated and suffocated, and it's nothing but suffering yourself, right? So recap: separate yourself from that person to you, distance wise, mental wise, and live your life, right? And when you're focused on your little happiness, the outside is become like a scenery. And then you just show them how you live, right? You have your term. You have your best version of yourself to live. So that's you do focus, right? Occasionally you can just explode. I do it too. You're tired, you're hungry, you're not in a good state, and just let it be. And then just move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't keep on doing it. When you keep doing it, your conscious level, your energy level goes down to where they are. So you just keep doing that, right? And it's just getting into the vicious cycle. You're putting your energy down to their level, and it's no fun. It's not good for you. So you just separate, right? It's like watching a movie, like a horror movie or scary movie. You just watch it, get out. Okay? So that shift, that switch is very important, right? Especially in a family, the bond is so tight. So it's a very tough things to learn, but because it's easily affected, right? Because you're so tight, and no matter what a relationship is, the love is based. You think there's no love? That's what I thought of for longest time, but you do have that bond, because this is something you needed to learn in that setting. So you chose to be in that environment or the family, the structure. Anyway, so take care and bring yourself down to the calm state, and that really helps you to live the happy life. Okay, bye.